Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Libra meditation. The new moon was 2 or 3 days ago in conjunction with the solar eclipse, and that ring of fire is simply amplifying the time frame surrounding the week surrounding the event. So we're anticipating a lunar eclipse coming towards the end of the month, and that will have an even greater degree of intensity. So this meditation is an opportunity to contemplate the lunation, the opportunity that all new moons are to begin fresh, to renew, to focus our intentions on growth and increase. I've laid out the axis of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify with another tarot card, and I will finish off with a couple of oracle cards. If you enjoy this reading, if you find it useful along the way, please like, comment below. I always appreciate your comments. Share with others who may find it useful, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you in advance. So let's get started, Gemini, with your overall energy. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about some great lesson you are absorbing right now. This is being connected to your spiritual teachers, your mentors, those that are helping you to commit to the process of learning as a lifelong experience. This can be providing an opportunity for you to not only learn a new skill, a new perspective, open up and discover a new path, but whatever you're learning, you're in a position to share with others. So this makes you an integral part of that learning process by understanding that the teacher learns from their students as students obviously learn from teachers. It's a symbiotic relationship that allows you to elevate your own understanding of your path and your purpose. The energy of the 10th house is your social identity, the way others see you. And I see you looking at changing the way you understand your opportunities, the way you recognize opportunities for growth. You're discarding a mindset that caused you to experience limitations. This may reference an experience of your conditioning, your family of origin, perhaps a community that is familiar to you where you were marginalized, you were not at the center, you were not understood or seen as being capable of attracting wealth, success, victory over material obstacles. You may have internalized an experience of lack, and you are actively changing that. This is part of the vibration of 5 that you're learning, you're struggling through, you're overcoming, you're accepting the challenge to change and to understand this experience differently. In your first house, your perspective, your attention is towards deeply increasing your perspective, deeply understanding the process you're going through, stepping back and away so that you can be the observer. You can take in the information that you're receiving from spirit, from your guides, from your teachers, from your mentors, in order to recognize that in order to maximize the opportunities around you, you must shift the way you think. Shifting how you think, elevating your perspective to gain a larger picture allows you to implement, to slow down the process whereby you can maximize those opportunities for increase and abundance, recognizing that you are deserving and worthy. In the 4th house, This is your foundation. This is where you are solidifying your home. This is even possibly your history. And the Page of Pentacles is showing you being willing and open to learn how to do things differently. You're stepping back and slowing down again the process, as is your intention, in order to get this right. You're learning that the way to do things is dependent on your intention, your willingness to be disciplined, focused, to be procedural, to go step by step, and only focus on the step in front of you. On one hand, you're taking the larger view and understanding the larger lesson that is available to you. But on the practical level, in your own home, in your own private space, you're building on an attention and focus on being the best you can at the step that you're at, not projecting forward, but doing what you're doing correctly, thoroughly, with consistent discipline. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, your relationships not only to individuals of importance to you, significant relationships, but groups, clients, customers, students, audience members, co-workers, but also on a goal. And your goal here is to balance your relationships with others, relationships particularly that impact your material comfort, your surroundings, your resources, and even your values. You now value fairness. You no longer are investing in a sense of being outside of the opportunity for increase in abundance. You now understand that your receipt of resources and values and material wealth, abundance, is dependent on your output, and vice versa. That relationships that are balanced are what you now seek, understanding that you're worthy of the rewards of your efforts. I'm going to clarify the Hanged Man in the first house with the Four of Cups in the second house and the Page of Cups in the third house. There is definitely a sense of dissatisfaction with what it is you are able to manifest and materialize. Perhaps you are making changes that no longer rest on what others can give to you or save you from yourself, but you are focused on this new process of identifying what it is you want and taking the steps to pursue that. This in and of itself is a big change for you. It's allowing you to become comfortable with who you are, what your values are, and what your purpose is. But it may not look the way you expected it to look. This is a big change from this experience of being on the outside, looking in at others being successful, being attractive, gaining things, that somehow you have internalized the belief that that is not for you, that you're not capable, to one in which you are focusing on what you desire and your own independent actions to obtain that. But it doesn't look as sexy as it looked when you were on the outside. However, the message is that you are establishing a foundation based on your desires, based on your own creative imagination, based on your heart, your authentic desire of who you are that reflects and expresses who you are and your mission. And this process, although it may feel a little disappointing and underwhelming right now, is opening you up to your desired nature, something that seemed out of even the equation as you were being trained, groomed, or conditioned by the community or the society you live in, we live in. The Page of Pentacles in the 4th house is clarified by the Justice card in the 5th house and the Strength card in the 6th house. So here we see the more profound lessons that you're learning and opening yourself up to. In fact, these lessons are motivating this attention towards the balance in your relationships, the even flow, the expectation that as you give, so shall you receive. You are in many ways coming to a realization of what you deserve. The balance that you are now seeking is not just part of your own legacy, your own experience, but it's part of the world order. You are now demanding what you have already earned. Your understanding, in fact, that your worthiness, your dedication, your perseverance, your willingness to give without obvious recompense, recognition, glory, is what is backing up this desire to work clearly, consciously, and with a deliberation that is going to net you absolutely what it is you've earned. Seeking that balance aligns you not only with your own individual path, but with those others who have experienced the kind of injustice, unfair treatment, being ignored, being avoided that you have experienced. Perhaps that you see in your work. Perhaps you work in an area where you are ministering or distributing resources to others. In the 7th house, the 6 of Pentacles is clarified by the Judgment card in the 8th house and the 2 of Wands in the 9th house. You've definitely made a kind of spiritual about-face, Gemini, here. You're deeply motivated by this sense of balancing out, by this sense of justice, not just equality, but justice, what is right, moving forward to address the kind of unfair treatment you've received. You're finding your purpose in this personal experience, and this purpose extends to the work you do in the world. You see the experience you've endured around you everywhere, and you're showing me that you've turned the corner, so to speak. I'm calling it also an about face in your understanding of your spiritual legacy and inheritance, that you now understand your skill set, you now understand your expertise or your place of interest, devotion, dedication, and you now want to share that, employ that, move forward with this perspective into the world. This is a response, a deep response to this connection to your purpose. And you've opened yourself up to the experience of learning about this purpose, how you experience it in your individual life, and how you share it with the collective, with your community, with the world. The 5 of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified by the 5 of Wands in the 11th house and the 8 of Cups in the 12th house. At this point, I sense you are willing to do battle for your beliefs. You not only do battle, that may sound a little harsh, but you're willing to work with others that you may have experienced in many ways. You have a couple of 5s here in a run, leading to emphasizing the Hierophant. This idea that learning is a process. It is not easy. We're often told learning is fun. Indeed, it can be that, but it is not easy. Learning takes work. It takes effort. And you're applying that effort to undo a sense of limitation that you've experienced. And you're willing to engage with your associates, your colleagues, your tribe, in whatever way you define that, towards a better experience for humankind. This is where you're working towards aspirations for the community, the world, and you're doing that by understanding how best to work with others. You're very clear that this requires a unilateral agreement on your intentions, and those intentions include solving problems that no individual has the answer or remedy for. But together, you are learning and creating the solution as part of a collective. This is a beautiful reading. It's interesting that you are ultimately leaving behind a situation that you've learned a lot from. This can be taking a new job. This can be moving to a new location. It can be your job perhaps sending you to a new location. It can be simply your releasing some of the familiar community and relationships that you have bonded with deeply in pursuit of this new challenge, this greater challenge that has ultimate meaning for you. Your sense of completing this healing and learning circle requires that you move on, that you climb this mountain in order to fulfill your own destiny with satisfaction, with joy. But it also is about bringing that understanding of the joy that is available to all of us, the satisfaction, the contentment in doing the right thing to others. I'm going to pull a divine crystal oracle for you and remind you that you can, if you've enjoyed this reading so far, like and share, subscribe, and comment. To me, at my channel, Pacific Tarot, I pull the Ocean Jasper. Schedule yourself in. I love this. This is about the time that you apparently are taking right now to look, to see the big picture, to grasp the entire picture, and to first process what you're learning, process what you need to do, process what the right thing to do is. And I'm also going to pull a Language of Flowers oracle that says, forget me not. This is the flower, and the key word is remembrance. Memories and the past hold the key. I hope this supports your meditation surrounding the new moon in Libra. Thank you so much. Until next time, namaste.